Yo, what's up? This is Sonny from Sonny-Fitness. I know it's been a couple weeks since I put a video up, been real busy, but anyway, we're back here. We're going to make some more fat-burning, get-you-ripped meals. Okay, so what we're going to do now, we're going to make an eggplant loaf. Alright, a little different than what you're used to, the eggplant, you know, in the oven, baked, this, that, the other thing. Okay, anyway, so we've got some eggs here, 4 or 5 eggs. It all depends how big your eggplant is. We have an eggplant here, and we're going to start cutting the eggplant. So, what we're going to do is I'm going to cut an end off like this, and I'm going to cut the end off like this. Now, if you have something like this, like a mandolin to cut it, fine. If not, and you want to do it the old-fashioned way, that's fine too. And what we're going to do, I'm going to show you like this. I like to put it like this, and of course, you're going to start cutting down the eggplant into strips. And we'll try to make it nice and thin. Okay? And we're going to throw it right in the egg. And that's just egg and a little bit of water. So we're going to go down like this, and we're going to cut our nice strips of thin eggplant. And like I said, if you have one of these little gadgets like this, by all means use it. And watch how nice these come out. Okay? And like I said, it's up to you. But they do make nice strips. Okay. Okay, so what I did is I sliced our eggplant up. I got it in the egg here. Okay, you don't have to let it soak. Just put it around a little bit. I've got my frying pan here. I put a little no-stick spray on it. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to put probably about 2 tablespoons of the grapeseed oil. And then you know how I feel about grapeseed oil. It doesn't break down to trans fat when you heat it up. I like that. Okay, so we're going to let this get a little bit warm here for a minute. Okay, and of course, you know, I always like to use the no salt with the sodium free. And every time we put our eggplant in there, we're going to put a little bit of the no salt on it. Okay, so let's start this up here. Put a couple pieces in right away. It's nice and thin. This is our eggplant loaf we're making today. A little different than you're used to. Okay, let's get that going here, and I'll put a little bit of the no salt in there. And we'll let this cook, and then we'll turn it over. Okay, so we've been frying some of our eggplant here. This is the last of the eggplant. I'm going to take this off right now. And we're going to put it here with the rest of them on our paper towel. Okay. And you can see that this is very little oil in there. It's like 2 tablespoons. So I'm going to move this to the side over here to our other stove. And I've had this boiling, this water here. I've got this boiling already. Okay, I've got some whole wheat lasagna noodles. We're only going to use 2 of them. Okay, so I've got this water boiling ahead of time. And I'm going to throw this right in the pot. Okay, and let this cook down. Okay, until that's done. Now, what I want to talk to you about is I got a loaf pan. This is a throwaway loaf pan. Throw it in the garbage. I'm going to take no stick, any brand of no stick. We're going to spray it up like that. Okay, in the meantime, I've got some stewed tomatoes. Okay, no salt added, whatever brand you want to buy. And we're going to puree that, blend it. Okay, that's what we're going to do right there. Okay, we'll let that sit there a minute. We've got this boiling over here, getting our lasagna 2 noodles done, and you only need 2 of those. And we got our pan over here, and now we're going to get our spinach. Alright, so we've got our whole wheat lasagna noodles been cooking. That's done. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that right out. I'm going to let that put on this plate here, if we can get it out here a minute. Okay, very good. I'm going to put this here a minute. It's hot. We only have 2 of them. That's all we need for this eggplant loaf. Now, remove this hot water from here. I got our frying pan that I throw some no stick in it. I got some fresh spinach here. It's been washed and strained. I leave the stems on it. That's optional, up to you. Okay? And we're going to cook this down, but not down all the way. So let's put this in there. Okay, now you know, it looks like a lot, but you know it's going to cook all the way right down. I'm going to put a lid on here. Let this cook down a minute. And in the meantime, we're going to take our tin that already I put the no stick spray on. We're going to take some of our whole stewed tomatoes that we pureed, and I'm going to put a little of the sauce in here at the bottom. Like that. I'm going to just move it around like that. Just get it on the bottom like that. Okay? We're going to put that on the side over there. Okay? And we'll let this cook down for a little bit. Okay, so we've got our spinach over here cooking down. Let me show you what this is looking like. Okay, see, I don't want to cook it down all the way. This is just the way I want it. Just the way I want it, just like that. Okay, so now we have our spinach, we have our eggplant, we've got our whole wheat lasagna noodles. I've got some regatta cheese, part skim that's here. We've got our stewed tomatoes blended. Now we're going to start making our eggplant loaf. So I've got my tin here, in which I put no stick, and I got a little of the stewed tomato sauce at the bottom of it. And watch how we're going to do this. We're going to take some eggplant, and we're going to put 2 pieces at the bottom, as you can see right now. Now, watch how we're going to do this. We're going to take the eggplant, and we're going to put it, let's get this a close-up over here. We're going to put it and let it drape over the side. And we're going to overlap it and drape it over the side. Drape it over the side like that. That's what we're going to do. Okay? Very nicely. Like I said, that's why it's an eggplant loaf. Like I said, make sure it overlaps. Drape it over the side. Drape it over the side. Yeah. You got to try this. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the regatta cheese, open it up here, and I'm going to take a little of the stewed tomatoes that we pureed. I'm going to put a little bit of that in there, like that. Okay, and we're going to mix this up, like this. Yeah. I'm going to mix that up. Okay, now I'm going to put a little of this mixture here at the bottom. And why I put the tomato sauce into the regatta cheese, so I could spread it. It's easy to spread that way. Okay, next, I'm going to take one of our whole wheat lasagna noodles and put that right in there. Now I'm going to take the spinach. And we're going to put the spinach in here like this. Okay, we got a nice close-up of that. Good. A little spinach in there. Next, what I'm going to do, okay, I'm going to put another piece of eggplant. And I'm going to take some of our tomato sauce, and I'm going to put a little of the tomato sauce on there. And we'll spread that around. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take some more of the regatta cheese with our tomato sauce. And we're going to spread that around. One more whole wheat noodle, like that. We're going to take our spinach, the rest of our spinach here, put that on here like this. And like that. Last but least, another piece of eggplant here like this. I'm going to put a little bit more of the sauce in here like this. Stir it up a little bit. And put that on the top. Okay. Now, we're going to fold it over like this. Fold it all over. Fold it over, fold it over, fold it over. Okay. I'm going to pat this down a little bit. I'm going to grab a little tin foil. And we're going to cover it. Now I have our oven over here at 350. It's been preheated. And we're going to cook this for a half hour. Okay, let's get this right in the oven. Okay, so I got my eggplant loaf out of the oven. 350 preheated, had it in there for a half hour. Okay, I've got that right there. It's cooled down a little bit. I have shredded some cabbage with some carrots in it. I have some cherry tomatoes here, and I've got a cucumber. So now what we're going to do, if this works out, we're going to take this here and we're going to flip it over. So let's hope for the best here. Okay, should come out nice. Take a look at this. All right, it flipped over, didn't fall apart. Okay, now this is what we're going to do here. We're going to take our shredded cabbage with some carrots. We're going to put it around like that. Now, I suggest I use balsamic vinaigrette as a dressing. Let's do this here like this. Okay, now I got our tomatoes. I'm going to put some of our tomatoes around here like this. Some of our cucumbers. Okay, like that. There we go. Another couple tomatoes here, there. Whichever we want to do here, make it look nice. Okay, what I like to do sometimes, okay, I'm going to take a little bit of our leftover sauce, just put a little bit over there like that. I'm going to spread that around a little bit, or you can, that's optional if you want to. Okay, now, what we're going to do is you slice this. So let's just see what it looks like. Look at that. You got a fast carb, a slow carb, and a protein here. Okay? Of course, you know, I would say 1 or 2 small slices with a little balsamic vinaigrette for your cabbage and your tomatoes and your cucumbers here. Alright? So you got another Get You Ripped fat burning meal. It's a little bit different. Fast carb, slow carb, and a protein. Like I always say, this is Sonny from Sonny-Fitness. Don't forget, like, comment, and subscribe. Sonny is the real deal when it comes to weight loss.